Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Sever7, and today we are taking a look at the Kansept Hinterland with the ultimate goal of seeing if it's worth adding to your collection or your daily carry. Now, this knife, as I said, comes from Kansept, and Kansept's kind of known for their out-of-the-box designs, and just kind of doing whatever, right? They don't necessarily follow a certain design language or even a certain pattern. Which is one of the reasons that I really like them. Now, the Hinterland is a collaboration with a Morgan Cohen's. That's a name that I'm not familiar with, but this was their design, and they sold it to Kansept. So now, as far as the handle goes, we've got this really nice carbon fiber. We've got these bright blue T6 screws, a couple of matching blue standoffs. We have a lanyard hole, a medium carry, titanium pocket clip. Looks like we have some really, I don't know, it's kind of between a purple and a blue. Maybe I'm colorblind, but I would say a really soft purple anodization on the titanium. And then we've got a black pivot screw on both sides. So I kind of wish with these screws, I kind of wish they would have just blacked them out, because this blue doesn't really match this purple up here. Right? Like it just looks kind of weird. I would say either make them, if you want them to stick out, make them match this like soft purple. If you don't want them to stick out, then just black them out. Yeah, actually, I think I would have blacked them out and then made this pocket clip the same color as this blue, and then just black out the standoffs to contrast with the, I'm going to keep calling it purple. It might be blue. Correct me down in the comments, but I'm going to keep calling it like a soft purple. But yeah, just black these backspacers out to have them offset with the purple. We do have some detail here. It looks like we've got 3 notches just there for decoration. They don't really serve a purpose, and that is matching on both sides. So this is a frame lock, but it's kind of set up like a bolster, right? Because it's detached from this scale over here. So it kind of gives the look of a bolster lock, but it's really just a titanium frame lock. Well, let's talk about the action. I was trying to reverse flick it. As you can see, we've got this kind of this thumb. It's not I'll just say thumb stud. We've got a thumb stud with really nice stepping. I was trying to flick off of the fuller, which is relatively shallow. Let's see if I can. Okay, so it can be done. It's not the most satisfying. Okay, the thumb stud though. Well, so it's bizarre because you don't have exposed frame over here, right? So it shouldn't matter where my fingers are placed. I should be able to just get after it. And the way they have it positioned is they want you to come from right here, right? There we go. That was needlessly complex and still not very satisfying. If I come down here though at the very bottom, right, where I just kind of put my thumb on the corner here, that's where I get, okay, if I do it with my nail, it's fantastic. If I put my nail down here and flick it, it feels great. Doing it with the fat on my finger though, that's not comfortable, and doing it over here doesn't feel very natural because you kind of have to cat grip it, right? If you want to be up here where they've got you, because that's where the milling is, that's where it's flat, that's clearly where you're supposed to be. You can slow roll it, and that might be the intention. Yeah. All right. Well, let me get everything off of the side there. Let's see. Yeah. So the pressure that I'm putting on it is translating and locking it in place, and that's what's making it difficult to get out, which is annoying. But I will say that the slow roll and that snap is incredibly satisfying. And if I don't think about it and I just go at this with my fingernail, it's great. I can do this all day. Now on the close, okay, so we've got a pretty late, so we're not past it there. Or maybe we are. Okay. Yeah, so we overcome the D10 right here. So that's actually not too bad. Yeah, that's fine. Now, to be fair, I don't have a nail, for real. So I'm just trying to flick this with the fat of my finger. And with how shallow it is and with how shallow and smooth it is, it's hard for me to get. Okay. With how shallow and smooth it is, it's kind of hard for me to get in there. So that that is the reason I'm having a hard time reverse flicking it. Either way, though, I feel like it's something that shouldn't really be this complex. So we're smooth all over. These aren't offensive at all. They add a little bit of texture. But otherwise, just running back and forth, the carbon fiber's smooth, titanium smooth. You can feel a transition here, but it's not bad. Like, I wouldn't knock it for that. Sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. You barely feel it, though, right? So I don't really have any issues with that. As far as the blade goes, we have a clip point blade with this black wash. I don't think this is DLC. But we've got like this black wash finish. We've got what I wish was a more functional fuller, just a little bit deeper, or maybe a little more lip, just to make the. Well, actually, the thumb flick out here, I guess, because you get lower, so you get more leverage. That actually feels pretty good. But if it was a little bit deeper, I think reverse flicking it would be a little bit easier. Feel in hand. So it's got, the handle's got a good shape. What I like about it is that we get all this space back here to kind of help hold on to. It gives us, like, I've got large size glove hands, and I've still got some leftover space back here, and back here, very comfortable. What I'm noticing though is that even though the handle fits my hand, this second notch here, and it might just be my fat fingers, but this second notch here is kind of forcing my finger to roll into either of these ridges. Yeah, the pointer finger's fine. It's really just right here. It's kind of, and maybe I do just have an obese fingers. But that's not very comfortable. They did knock this down, but even though it's not a point, it's still really pokey, right? So like if I were to keep this knife, I would knock those down a little bit further, just to make it less drastic. So, I'd knock these down, and I just wish I had more room. To be honest, it would be better if this was all just one section, right? And there wasn't a divider. Yeah, because that's not I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like it's painful, but like it's not something I'd want to use for the entire day, right? If I was like doing a bunch of box cutting or whatever, this probably wouldn't be my first choice. Now, as far as the size goes, this thing's, it's not heavy, but I will say that with the heft of the blade, it is confidence inspiring, right? It does make me feel like, you know, based on the blade shape and the size of it, like in the overall kind of heft, right? Like I said, it's not heavy, but it feels hefty. That is confidence inspiring. Like I don't feel like I have a super dainty or, feeble, you know what I'm saying? Like it just feels like a good can go to work knife. So yeah, so I do like that. As far as the balance goes, I'm assuming, okay, so yeah, we're balanced. We're right where we need to be, right? So that's excellent. Yeah, overall, the knife kind of has this like understated aggression. It kind of reminds me of a bouncer. Like it's large, it's tough, but it's got a cleft lip, a wandering eye. Also, it's in a suit. You know what I'm saying? So overall, I think the look of it is fine. I'll go as far as to say is I like the look, and I like the way the action on the drop feels. I like the acoustics whenever it's opened. I'm just, if I just do that, I'm fine with it, right? This is comfortable. This is satisfying. I just wish that maybe there we go. So if you put your nail up here and you kind of flick backwards, you're fine, right? You can do that too. So it's like if you really like the knife, there's ways around it. So now this is just an overview. I know we went, a little bit in depth, but these are just initial impressions. I'm going to carry this knife. I'm going to give it some time in the pocket, and who knows? Maybe once I've had it in pocket for a couple of days or a week or whatever, my feelings on the action and the ergos will change a little bit. But that's all we have for today, guys. So do me a favor, follow me on Instagram at Sever7, SEVRSEVN. That'll be linked down in the description. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more like it, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye.